Hi everybody, we're here today with my Santa Cruz 5010cc that I used on Wee Day Out. I'm going to take you through some of the settings that I've used during the filming and maybe give you some tips on how to set your own bike up. During Wee Day Out I often ran the bike very firm with very peculiar settings. Because I'm kind of hopping the bike up and over walls, railings, things like this, using bumps, I'm trying to get as much feedback from the bike as possible. I did a whole range of adjustments, things like the bridge gap at the end. I actually had the forks and shock very hard with a lot of rebound damping on. Basically, if it's too fast, you'll go through the compression and the bike will buck you forward. And it's the last thing you want. So what I tend to do is kind of run it so that the bike returns a little bit slower than my elbow if I push it down. The front end of the bike, I tend to run a little bit faster. As you can see, the forks are a little bit too fast. This is kind of set up for trials at the moment, so I would probably click them down. The forks should pretty much be as fast that you should be able to kind of like pump the bars, and the front wheel should roughly stay on the ground. I've actually got the Magura MT7 race lines on this bike. Yeah, I love them. I'm only using one finger on my brakes the whole time, so I've kind of got all the power I need at my fingertips. On the lever here, on the backs of the levers, I actually put a little bit of self-adhesive rubber, which basically means that when I do some of the bigger gaps and drops, I don't crush my fingers with the brake levers. It's actually the first bike I've been running tubeless. Often when I've run tubeless on my trials bike in the past, the sort of forces are quite hard for the tyres to kind of deal with, so I normally run tubes in there, but I run them a little bit harder pressure than you would on the trails, maybe up to like 40 psi in the back and around about the same on the front. The whole time filming Wee Day, I actually only got one puncher, which is pretty incredible. That's it really. I've put a few modifications on here and there, but overall it's just a standard build that you can buy off the shelf. Yeah, hats off to the bike, to be honest, for lasting through the whole film. It's unbelievable.